to fix it.
No, I'm not talking about the cabinet.
Oh.
I'm talking about fucking smoke.
The ghetto. Oh, smoke. Good, nigga. You got her. Let me get a couple buzz too. I already know how y'all buzz get there. Let's switch.
We in the building, y'all.
Yeah.
Get lifted. 30 is a new 20. Yo, we in the building. Happy 2024. If we ain't never say it.
2024.
We here, man. I'm sporting some St. Jude's attire.
Talk that shit. I got the
You know
KCR. I mean? It's the Christopher Richard shit. Yeah. Nah, it's really what's it, Kansas City Royals?
Oh.
But fuck that. It's Christopher Richards, nigga. Big R, nigga. Big R, nigga.
Not the little one.
Not the little one.
Yo, we got the cancer kids, you know what I mean?
St. Jude.
Gotta shout out the cancer kids. So right now,
Jude.
I'm doing push-ups.
Nigga, they ready to
I'm doing push-ups for these kids.
I thought you was about to say something.
I was about to say something crazy.
Oh,
I'm doing push-ups for them. Basically to fight a cure for cancer, supposedly. Now, I mean, I'll get into my conspiracy theory bag in a minute.
Shout out to Dr. Seavian.
Right. Big shout out to Dr. Seavian. But I'm gonna hold off. On it.
Telephone, isn't it?
The line click, clack, click, clack.
Click, clack.
But yeah, you know, we here, man, and you know what I mean? Like, I do care about the kids, and I don't hold you, I really do.
Absolutely.
I just I don't like how they try to use children as an angle to propagandalize their products and shit like that. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, you know it.
So that, I'm not a fan of that, but whatever the purpose is, you know what I mean, for the kids and shit, I'm with that shit, feel me? But yeah, man, we got a good episode for y'all today.
Sir.
It's a lot of things I wanted to talk about. I really wanted to talk about like dating and shit.
Yeah, that's a good topic. Let's talk about dating.
We don't talk about we always talk about relationship dynamics and shit.
We're gonna talk about like dating.
But like dating,
the good parts of dating.
like what is the benefit? What's the pros and cons? Like why would I put myself out there knowing that the dating pool has piss in it?
Exactly.
And I was having a conversation with my aunt who, I think I told you guys, she celebrated her 25th anniversary. I've been looking at the views. We gonna have to fix that. So, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe, like, all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we gonna keep doing this as long as y'all keep viewing this. But in any case, I was talking to my aunt and she was telling me about her relationship, and she was like, "Yo, sometimes, you know, you got to make the best of it." She, you know, she don't mind doing her part. Even at how old she is, she's 70-something years old. She ain't no 30-something years old, hit the wall, whatever. She's already, she got grandkids, you feel me? So she on another type of wave, her mentality or whatever. Her time is different. So, like, from her perspective, seeing how she look at it more of a like, okay, I'm out here, I'm gonna help my man whatever way I can. You know, we here for each other type of shit. So it's a team. And if I could just stay home and work or whatever, I mean, stay home and not have to work, then yeah, I would love that. But that's not what we got. And she's understanding because she knows he's for me, I'm for him, and that type of shit. So they love is solidifying and shit. She believe in that. And they support each other in everything they do. They, you know what I mean? It's a lovely thing. Now, do they argue with each other? Hell yeah, they argue. I listen to them argue all the time. It should be kind of funny. But he gives in because that's his wife. So it's different. Like with them, because they older, they'll be like, yes, dear, or whatever. But you know he being condescending. But he'll be doing it because he don't want to argue with my aunt. My aunt don't play. Like, you know what I mean? You know, so you really gotta be careful You know what I mean? And they do actually love each other. But when you love somebody, you kind of got to deal with certain traits of their personality sometimes. But like in dating, you don't want like it's your first impression with the person, so you want to make sure that this person that you meeting is actually who you gonna be with, because we're not really dating with intention now. And like when you're young, you probably not. Right now, at my point in my life, I am like I'm dating with intention. So if I do date somebody or I do think about starting something with some chick or some shit like that, it's so that we could have a future together. Like I'm not just doing it just, you know what I mean, just because I want to smash or make a notch on my belt, like they said in Wedding Crashers or some shit like that. It's some real shit. Like I really want to build. I want a legacy and shit like that. So I was saying before, you know what I mean, like I'm not looking for no relationship like that. But if it come, it come. You know what I mean? And then I want what I want. I don't really want to have to work hard to make a girl do what she's supposed to do. Like I'm gonna work hard regardless, but I don't want that to mirror her behavior. Oh, because I'm not telling her to shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? Then that means that we can't have a good relationship. It shouldn't be like that. She should be submissive. She should be from the gate. She should have all those qualities that you're gonna want. And I'm talking to my 70-something-year-old aunt, and she's saying you're right. You're right, nephew. Like, you know, like the values now are different. You know what I mean? And she's a minister. So, you know, the conversation is a little bit deeper because her situation is always about God. It's always about God first. So it's like the way she looks at it is from a perspective of, you know, spiritual, religious, you know what I mean? This is what God wants us to do, and that's how it's got to be. But even still, the same thing or whatever God's supposed to do or whatever is natural, whatever, it's the same conversation that we have, and we just having it from two different perspectives, but we saying the same thing. Today is not that. Not neither of what we're talking about. So it's like, yo, like I'm not preaching, but I'm saying the same thing that a minister is saying, and it sounds the same. Now, I could be drinking, smoking, doing whatever I'm doing, but the values and the ideologies are very distinctively similar. You know what I mean? Despite that.
You are preaching in. You're not preaching the gospel, but you're preaching.
I'm saying some shit that makes sense.
That's preaching.
It's some shit that makes sense now.
You ever been sitting in the church and the preacher started like preaching, and then you felt like, damn, this person's he's talking about me. That's preaching, bro. That's preaching. When it hit and it feels personal.
In generalization.
That's what I'm saying. When it feels when you're speaking in generalization, but it feels personal. That's preaching to me. That's preaching, because it's like, damn, like I know this person is right. I might not want to hear it right now, but fuck it. Right. It's what it is. It needs to be said. That's preaching to me.
Like it's hard to give the message. You know the saying, reach one, teach one.
Yeah, facts.
Everybody don't want to receive that message.
I don't know.
But somebody do. Mm-hmm. So you're doing a disservice by having this knowledge and not giving it to people. 100%. You gotta tell them that shit.
100%.
So I feel disingenuous to not put that message out, no matter what. Now, people could be biased. People could not agree with my shit, and that's fine. Like, everybody not gonna agree. Everybody not meant to agree, and that's fine. That's the beauty of individualism. But what I'm saying is, even still, there is always something that's gonna work more. Or let's just take right and wrong out of it. But there's something that's gonna work in a positive way more times than what's gonna work in a negative way. So then it's a thing of numbers, because you could do the wrong shit and get a good result. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers say spin around 3 times, hop on 1 foot, touch your nose, and then you're gonna get pregnant. You could do that shit mad times and not get pregnant, and then you could do some shit that don't really work to do it and then get pregnant. You know what I mean? So it don't matter, like, you know what I mean? You know how they say it's more than one way to skin a cat. Yeah. But when people are talking from the basis of experience, that's what people they don't even consider that shit. And that's like old school. They told you what they did because they went through it. That's why they telling you not to do this shit. So like these motherfuckers that never went through the same shit, that's saying this shit is different. You going off of some shit. Now I could go off of anecdotal experience and I could go off of, you know, analytical data. You know what I mean? But I always try to go off of what I've experienced personally before I tell somebody, yo, this is some shit I'm telling you, like, it's gotta be right. There's no other way to look at it. No, nigga, this happened to me. I fucked a bitch raw, got her pregnant. That's how it happened to me. So that's what'll happen to you, nigga. If you keep on fucking a bitch raw, eventually you're gonna do it. Oh, well, I don't get bitches pregnant. Well, you probably shooting blanks, nigga. It's either that or you just lucky, nigga. You got a bitch that ain't fertile. Nigga, or the bitch is barren. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so you gotta think about it from so many perspectives of like, oh, why I did it like this and whatever. Cause I hate when motherfuckers questioning me about, yeah, but I did this one time. Nigga, okay. You can always, there's always an exception to the rule. But the rule is made because of the exception. Yeah, possibly, this could possibly happen. But that's why we gotta put this in place, because there's a possibility. It's called insurance. You're doing that so it doesn't happen, but you hope it don't happen. But if you're proactive and live the right way or do what you're supposed to do, then it probably won't happen. The chances of it happening to you are lesser. That's what you want. You want better odds. You want more reward, less risk. That's why you listen to the motherfuckers that fucked up before so you don't fuck up. You learn how to ride the bike without falling off the bike so that when you get on the bike, you don't fall off the bike. But 9 times out of 10, what they tell you, you're going to fall off the bike the first time that you fucking ride it. Okay. So you just thinking about that. But you know what? I've seen fucking cases where motherfucker got on a fucking bike and then fucking fall. So how you explain that? How do you explain that?
Everybody's different.
But is it any less important to have the message first?
Yes, because the message is really people that want to do things, try to do things. People that don't want to do things, they'll never get it. It could be the simplest task. If they just don't want to do it, then they aren't gonna do it.
But it's about the message.
Yeah, 100%. If you're giving the message, does the message need to be stated? Yes, you just don't have to force it.
It's not forcing it. Let me tell you in plain stating. It's just message being stated. It's not about forcing it, because I'm not gonna press nobody for them to believe some shit. I'm not doing that. I'm saying what I know, and you can take it or fucking leave it. You can agree to disagree, but the facts is the facts and right is right, whether you like it or fucking not. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. Motherfuckers are gonna argue right and wrong and semantics and shit and move goalposts and etc. But the fact is the fact is the fact. And then we move from the point. The point that the main point with dating is that we want it to work. That's it. That's the point. People have done it this way, it didn't work. People have done it this way, it didn't work. People are trying to do it this way, it's not working. So people just in their mind, yo, it's not working. Why not talk to the people that figured it out? Why not talk to the people that's done it a certain way? Look, it ain't broke. Why don't you try it this way? You know what I mean? If I've already done it and I've already fucked, X amount of women or whatever, and I've already been in the position to get X amount of women and figured out that, okay, this is what you should say. This is what you got to understand about them. Try this. This will work out better for you. You don't got to be the richest nigga. You don't got to be the best looking nigga. You just have to be able to handle yourself and be able to take care of the situation and not fold under pressure every fucking time that shit goes wrong. That shows weakness. Women don't like to see weakness. They don't. They're going to tell you, oh, we want the vulnerability and all that other shit. I'm trying to tell you, my nigga, the best niggas that are really like, are the niggas that's driven, go-getters. They go at it. They eat. They eat what they kill. Those are the motherfuckers that's really making it out here. The niggas that's slow with it, that's not really trying to grab a hold of what the fuck it is in their life they gotta get. They're back. They're on the couch. They're doing, you know what I mean? They not moving forward. Right. So women are recognizing that shit. Women are very perceptive creatures. They can see that you have no progress, you have no drive, you have no determination. And they see that shit when they look at you.
But that's what they like. You know why they like that shit?
Oh, man, no, they don't.
Yes, they do. Bro, how many times have you seen a chick and she's fucking with a bum ass nigga and he don't got no job? He's just taking care of her.
She sees potential in him.
It don't matter what she sees in him.
Yes, it does. That's what I'm. Where's my?
I don't know.
Other
You
phone.
probably don't have it.
Nah, it's still playing.
What I was saying was, you got to find your audience at the end of the day. It's like at the end of the day, if you're talking to somebody who you want to get better in the dating pool, then you have to find those type of people. You have to find those type of people and shit. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, oh shit, she at the door right here. This one? No, she's down there.
Hello?
No problem.
Yo, I came in here. I didn't even know you had it open for what we was talking about earlier. I was like, what the fuck? I closed that shit.
What?
What,
the oven?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Contraband.
Oh, yeah, cause it was warm earlier, but it was
Like
not
you was
cold.
running up them steps.
Let me see it later.
Contraband.
Hello? Yeah.
But yeah, like relationships is you know, it's
Yeah, I might
it's
have to
a
go to the doctor
it's
tomorrow.
a
Like,
teetering line. You know what I mean? Like you gotta think about how it
I have to go after work.
how it really is. Like
And you also have to think about how the bullshit basically, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are benefiting from taking advantage of other people, right?
Right.
So especially in like relationships and shit, like there's people that
what you doing? Oh.
There's people that understand that, like, you know, certain people are like straight up not good for them, but because they're not used to being by themselves, they say, fuck it. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to start over again. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand that those people exist, and even if you give them the message, they're not gonna receive it until they see the discipline in themselves, or they see the potential in themselves, to be like, look, I deserve better than what I'm getting. But a lot of times they don't know. They don't know. That's what we don't talk about. How do you go from, yo, I don't have this type of determination or this type of security in myself to be like, yo, I deserve to be married. I deserve to you know what I mean? To be respected. I deserve, like, how do you find that? How do you negate respect in a relationship?
So
What was y'all talking about?
how do you?
We're talking about relationships in general.
We talk about.
And the question I just asked was, how do you find how do you find value if you were insecure? Like if you came from let's say
You have to know your value.
yeah, exactly. Like how do you know your value though?
You have to learn that.
So let me.
Let me cook, cause she, you know what I'm saying?
She on the way over there. Hold on, let me, cause I was about to say some shit, but hold on real quick. The whole thing is the journey. Everybody's journey is different.
True.
Feel me? So that's very subjective. So she's gonna give a different answer. But my answer is basically everybody's journey is different. So you can't pinpoint it, and that's a self journey for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
what you really should ask is, are you willing to compromise? Because you're not gonna be fully ready. A lot of people that's getting into that relationship shit, they not fully ready. They're still learning. You have to go into it with an open mind. Hold on. Go into it with an open mind, and basically accept that this person is gonna have flaws, right? They're not gonna be flawless.
But I'm talking about themselves.
No, that's what you gotta understand. That's what you have to understand.
Like, because they're accepting whatever, basically.
You're going into a situation and you have, self-confidence issues. Mm-hmm. That's a you problem. It's not a me problem.
So how do you get over this?
I just told you that.
You just said look at the other person and understand that these person has flaws.
Listen. I'm saying it in terms of the person, the individual, right? They have these issues with themselves, because I don't. Okay. They have these issues with themselves. Their journey is going to be different, is what I said. 100%. Because that individual will have to figure it out for themselves. But they have to go into a relationship with an open mind, right? Knowing that they're not going to be fully ready and going to have to develop themselves. So they're going to have to listen to what the other person is saying to kind of know what's going to help make that person do it. Well, it's going to be different depending on the person, because a person can deal with certain things and some people can't deal with certain things. But the journey specifically is going to have to be self-development. You're going to have to go on a course to determine that. And some ways to do it aren't going to be ways that you would actually like to do. It's going to be uncomfortable. So
100%, but how? Like, what are those uncomfortable ways?
It depends.
So
give me a situation. Give me an exact situation. It's gonna be different. I said it's subjective.
Let's say you're a person that keeps on getting into relationships and people keep cheating on you. So now you have an insecurity about.
So you have to open your mind.
Hold on. Let me finish. So now you have an insecurity about cheating. It's not necessarily that you believe everybody is going to cheat.
Okay.
But you also believe that, I was in 3 relationships, 3 long relationships, and they all ended the same way. So now there is like a reservedness about dating.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold that thought. From that point. Yeah. If you're going out with people, it's a trend of you getting cheated on, then you have to recognize your dating pool. You have to recognize certain things about your problem. That's why I say it's subjective. Because when you say a blanket thing like that and I give you an answer, it's gonna be like, well, what if? Okay, that's why I said it's subjective. Because if the story changes and it's not just blanket like that, then it's gonna be different. But if it's just like that, then it's gonna be like this. Okay, where you're dating people at possibly could be, you have to identify problems. Where you're dating at may be a pool of people that might cheat regularly and can't control themselves. Maybe you're dating a certain archetype of a male that might be a cheating type of archetype of a male. Maybe has a lot of women in his life or whatever. He deals with a lot of women, or he's in a job where he has to talk to a lot of women or something like that, so he knows how to speak to women or whatever. He's one of those guys that are out there that probably has a lot of women. If it's a woman with a man, if it's a man with a woman, then maybe it's some self-improvement things on him. So he might have to do more self-reflective things to improve on himself to be more desirable, so women would retain him. You know what I mean? When we get a woman, we could keep a woman. When we get a woman, we lose the woman, and it looks like it's their fault. It's whatever. It's sometimes it's our fault. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about accountability. It works both ways. I want to make the woman accountable, yes. When they're rude, when they're a bitch, when they're this, when they're that. But when they're not, what did I do to fuck this up? So in a situation where it could possibly be a situation where the woman is obnoxious or something like that. But what if the woman's good and she cooks for you and she does all these other things that you like? Her body is dead right, and you still out here chasing the cat. Yeah. Why are you chasing the cat? Are you chasing the cat because you can't control yourself? Or are you chasing the cat because, damn, it's always something going on? So like she always complaining, she always doing that, but this girl gives me peace.
What about the chick that you sent in the what's the name that had the standards, like the boyfriend couldn't kiss her or some shit like that? Like,
you remember that?
Yeah. So how do you negate that? Because she seemed like she's went through some shit, And I've been
So tell Erika about it.
So
a little
basically,
bit. So
he sent me some shit, and there was
triggered him.
It was
He
I was
definitely
so
want to dig on that.
I was so triggered. I was thinking about it on the way here too. So, anyways, there was a young black couple, and the young lady basically was like they went a year, 365 days with no kissing. So they didn't kiss at all, and I'm just like,
That was her man.
that's her man. And it was her idea.
Was there no other intimacy? Because I really didn't get clear.
No, I mean there can be.
Some people don't like kissing.
Yeah,
some people have sex without kissing.
But he said specifically, he was like, okay, maybe any interaction. He said any interaction.
Okay.
So it was like sexual interaction.
Any is crazy.
Yeah, because this is your girl.
So they didn't
Nothing.
Wasn't just kissing.
Nothing. They didn't even kiss. They don't kiss.
No intimacy.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
There was no intimacy.
There are people
but kissing
that
was a thing that people thought, like, you don't even kiss, like, you know what I mean? So they made it like that, but it was zero intimacy
365
for
days,
a whole year,
no kissing,
including kissing.
And it was basically on her. My point was, or the question I want to ask y'all is, she clearly came from some type of relationship where she was scarred. And my thing is, my question to both of y'all is, why is it that the dude that usually does the girl the worst gets all of the girl, but the dude, which is this young man in this scenario,
because he met her first, and she got her guard up because of what she went through with the first person.
Experience.
So what you're saying is, because the other nigga got the best of her first, now this nigga who is a good dude. Hold on. But healing, all right, let's talk about this healing shit. All these women talk about their healing. You're always gonna motherfucking heal, just like you're always gonna motherfucking hurt. There is no person, nobody on this earth that is completely healed. Nobody. I don't care if they're fucking monks. I don't care if they're fucking
completely, but not at all.
It'll never. Listen. What I'm trying to say is, there is certain people that's teetering with insanity, right? They're teetering with that shit because they don't value, look, as long as I'm balanced, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? That's what it really is. It's not, oh, I'm going to heal, and no, I can't do this because I'm still healing, and blah, 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 blah. You're always going to heal, baby girl.
When you go through
from a traumatic experience, you're always going to heal. But if you're giving the best of you to the nigga that's doing you the worst, and you're treating the nigga that's loving you, giving you all the this is just,
she shouldn't have been in a relationship yet.
Yes, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Healed.
Now
like, she was still.
Go ahead.
And then it depends on how long you was dealing with that. The longer you endured,
a year.
I'm not talking about the new person.
Okay, yeah.
The longer you endured the traumatic experience, or the longer you stay with that person that's bringing you trauma, the harder it's gonna be for you to get out of that, because it becomes normal to you, because you've been so used to dealing with it.
This is a young lady though. Young beautiful lady.
So
how long can a young lady be in a relationship that can fuck her up?
There's a number of things that can cause people to act the way that they do. There could be childhood trauma. They could have been abused when they were young that they never. You have to heal at some point. You have to talk about it and move past it. You gotta begin the process. Like, yeah, you could never fully be. That's never going to be erased. You're always going to remember it. Something crazy happened to you, and there's a spectrum. Everybody doesn't deal with the same type of trauma the same way, and everybody goes through different. We all experience some form of adversity or some form of trauma, and you need time to get over that before you get into another relationship or another situation, because you're going to bring that baggage, and you're going to have negative behaviors associated with that trauma that you experience. You're going to have triggers that's gonna come out, and that's what the healing does. It teaches you how to. You're still gonna have the triggers, because thoughts are still gonna cross your mind when you're reminded of that situation. But when you're healed, you better know how to deal with it.
So how do you heal with a baby that you didn't want with the baby father?
Wait, hold on. Before we
Why?
go into hold on.
The girl didn't want the baby. Why?
The girl didn't want to be with the man because she found out he was an asshole, and now she's traumatized from the situation.
Nah, that's a different situation.
Hold on. Now she moved.
That's moving the goalpost. I gotta call it. I gotta call it. Cause I wanted to go back to what the initial discussion was. Is this girl wrong for making this dude wait a year?
I mean, she agreed with that because she was like she shouldn't have been dating.
But okay. But here's my take on it.
They never did anything at all.
360.
No, I'm
saying a year of zero intimacy.
The beginning of their relationship from the beginning.
Right.
They never did. Right. I thought you said they stopped. Okay.
Nah.
So then that's a little different. If she was upfront and was like, I'm not ready, and what happened to her?
So wait, you ain't understand the question because you can't change.
No, because I thought you were saying they were in a relationship and she just stopped. I didn't know that they never did anything at all.
That's even
because
worse.
If you get into a relationship and she told you that I'm not ready to have, and I don't know what was the conversation, then I have trouble with intimacy. This happened to me and I don't know how to, I don't feel comfortable doing this. You have to be patient with me, and he agreed to that. Then that's different than we were in a relationship and then you just stopped. That's
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
If he agreed to it, then I don't think.
I think
niggas is naive though. At the end of the day,
so
at the end of the day,
hold on, I didn't get my chance.
I just want to say he's gonna get
because I don't want us to go.
I'm just saying he's gonna get cheated on, bro.
I just want to stay on that because I want to.
So you think she's sleeping with someone else?
She is.
Well, hold on.
That's why.
No,
so you
I don't think. Hold on. Let me say my shit. Let me say my shit.
Let me say my shit.
Hold on.
Stop being.
Let me say.
Never be.
Hold on. Let me say my shit. Let me say my shit. Let me say my shit. Now the way that I see it, because first of all, Erika didn't see the video, so I want us to be really clear. You know what I mean?
So I can have context. Because you added an extra variables, making up.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to move the goalposts. The thing is, fuck all that other shit. Just fuck that video. A chick with a nigga for a year. They've been dating for a year, and she ain't giving the nigga no buns, and she ain't even kiss him. They're dating for a year, yo. That's his girl. They're together. Girlfriend, boyfriend. A year. They've been together for a year. That's how long it's been. She not giving them no buns, and they not kissing. My thing is this: as a man, if you deal with a woman,
6 days of
if you deal with a woman,
I think that's crazy to a lot of people.
Hold on.
It's crazy to me. Yeah.
That's right, man.
It's crazy to me. Yeah, it's crazy to me sometimes.
And it's crazy to him.
Hold on. Let it go, cause we want to hear it.
You see how,
so they can hear it.
I'm just talking to you. You see how this is not his idea.
This was my idea, y'all.
This is what I'm talking about with simp behavior. At the end of the day, you can't let somebody who's not qualified to lead you. And she's leading this relationship. This is what I'm upset about. Like she's basically controlling the narrative based off of what she wants to do. And I don't feel, me personally, the women I deal with, they don't like that shit. They don't like a woman that is just telling the man what to do. They want to be told what to do.
My aunt said, a woman wants to be led, but a man has to be able to lead.
Exactly, and clearly he can't lead because he's letting his girl come on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, social media, and tell them about their love life. Okay, well, go ahead.
But that's why I wanted to say, that's why I wanted to make my point.
You want to have sex for 365 days, okay.
My point is,
like, yo, y'all like that?
If you a dude that's out here and you not smashing nothing,
that's it. Oh.
Then
she said, "I seen enough."
I watched it.
It's gonna be different for you as opposed to a dude that's out here getting buns. So my point to this
shit, I'm talking to him specifically
to all young men.
He's the victim.
To all young men. I mean,
he's the victim.
Let's be careful with that, because I don't think he's a victim.
He's all right. Let me tell you
but
why
hold on,
I think he's a victim.
Let me make my point, because I let you go twice. Let me just make my one point. I got to. What I'm saying in this situation And the reason I shared the video with you, because I knew it was gonna trigger you.
Hell yeah, nigga.
It didn't bother me because these young dudes are not guided. They don't have that strong male leadership that makes you that you might not be an alpha, you might be whatever the fuck you're gonna be, but you gotta be that strong man to take charge of situations, be able to be
that is alpha energy,
a solid leader. But that's just man energy. That's just masculinity.
Masculinity
it's nothing
is
wrong
alpha
with
energy, cuz. Let's not separate.
But no,
masculinity
you can. There's a difference because the alpha is just you trying to control everybody. You could just control whatever you're in charge of, but you have to be in charge of that shit. That's yours, motherfucker. Like
but
that's your
girl.
woman. So
exactly.
right. So you got to be in charge of that shit.
So that has to be
I'm
alpha.
not saying to be out here and be aggressive, but be assertive. And that was the conversation that me and my 70-something-year-old aunt had. Like, it was about a man has to be assertive. It's not, he got to be the best. He got to be all that. But you have to be able to show, look, I put my foot down. That's what we doing. You know what I mean? And you got to be like that with your woman because she has to be able to know, damn, I gotta make sure that this is in line because that's my responsibility. She not going to get on no fucking social media shit and say, I made him do this and I made him not do nothing for a year or something like that, making him look like he a cornball. If you wanted to smash and he was okay with that and he was already doing it and he trying to be cool for you, that's straight. But if you a dude and you agree to not smash a chick and you sexually active, that's crazy to me because you could get something else unless she the best thing or she a virgin or whatever and you really love her. Mm-hmm. You could wait because it ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be there when I get back type of shit. But if you
be there when I get
right,
back, it's hilarious.
If you really want to be with her and that's why you did it, then my hat's off to you. Like, you know what I mean? You got my blessing. And,
you look like
you know
a good girl.
And that's what we want.
Misguided.
Essentially, that's what we want. We want a virgin that's gonna wait. Like if that's what she is.
She ain't saying that she waited till marriage. She just said when they first got together, she didn't think about kissing.
Maybe she did have some trauma or whatever. But we don't know. He agreed to it.
So yeah, so you can't. He agreed to it. Someone else could be upset, but he accepted it. So that's his own.
That love shit.
He upset.
That love shit be real.
You could tell just by how he was tight.
He accepted it.
He did. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I say he's a victim, because he
put the buzz on.
Let me tell you why let me tell y'all why I believe he's a victim. It's the same thing to these women that get in abusive relationships. Oh, but I loved him and blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, yes it is. Let me tell you how it's the same. Let me tell you why it's the same. It's the same. Okay, minus the abuse. Let's take the abuse out. Let's say verbally, right? Let's say you're in a verbal relationship with somebody and they talk to you a certain way. As a man, we hold standards. We hold standards to other men, right? So if I'm in a relationship and Smiley sees my girl verbally abusing me, he's gonna check me. He's gonna be like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you let her talk to you like that?" Hold on. Even though, listen. Even though, I agreed or I let her talk to me like that, I am still a victim. You know why I'm still a victim? Because I am only doing this because I am misguided. And he is only doing this because he is misguided. That's why he's still a victim. He agreed to it. Yes, he said, I'll be in this relationship. I love this girl, but you're still a victim because you're misguided. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point that I was trying to make. Like, bro, like you're in a situation, obviously you don't have any male people in your family that's like, yo, you can't move like this because she's eventually gonna leave you for a nigga who's completely opposite from you. And this is exactly what she wants. So it's not like she's leaving you for a nigga that is just like you. She's leaving you for what she wants. That's misguided, bro.
You saw the other video where the guy, his girl left her the next day. The next day for another dude. The other dude she left and deleted all his pictures online.
Wait, say that again, Smiley. What?
This chick left her dude online and
left him.
Just left him for another dude. And said, I'm with whatever the other dude name is. I'm with Chad. I'm with Drew. Whatever his name was.
Heavy.
Not Chad and Drew.
And fucking
That's heavy.
and he just straight love his chick. And she deleted all their memories on social media, like all the pictures and everything. Like that's what I'm saying. Like being in the dating world, it's like as a dude, you get hit the worst and nobody gives a fuck. Like, and then when you do something crazy, then they be like, oh, this dude out of his fucking mind.
No explanation or nothing.
Right.
Basically, no.
Like I just got on Tinder. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give a shout out to Chloe, like, you feel me? Yo, you heard me?
Nigga, we stuck in there. We sneaking in that topic already, Smiley.
Bro.
Listen.
This nigga.
Conspiracy theory. The government got me Larry. So I was watching this, there's this guy, his name is Dre something. He has a YouTube channel. I forgot what the name of the channel is, but his name is Dre. He be posting compilations of like videos, like conspiracy. People post on TikTok and actual videos of from like the government or videos that are online and people posting of the sky and different stuff or whatever. And there was somebody posted a TikTok and they were like, there's two main plants for the power that's emitting these frequencies in the U.S.
You said plants?
Like a power.
Oh, okay.
And it's in L.A. and the other one is in Atlanta.
Oh, man.
And he said if those frequencies is like is making us see the world that we see. If they knock that power out, we'll see the world how it's supposed to be and all the celestial beings and everything like that.
I believe it.
And that's so scary.
It's not
to
scary.
think about because it's like what if they did just shut that off and then you just see a freaking dragon or a beast.
There's
already I look at you and you got 3 heads instead of or whatever.
There's already goggles that they have in the military. You know what I'm talking about. The red goggles that they have. They don't use the red night vision goggles no more. They use the green. And the reason why they don't use the red night vision goggles no more.
It was a Black Mirror episode too.
That's crazy. Black Mirror got too much truth in it.
About the military and they were like killing people. They was calling them roaches, but they were like zombies. That's what they look like.
Real shit. And I believe it. I believe it. There is another
the
world.
Neuralink, yo.
There isn't not even a Neuralink. It's literally like just a lens, and it's like a red lens. I forgot what it's called. It starts with an N. And when you put this shit on, they said there was real there was real military people, trained motherfuckers, dropping bombs and shooting shit that wasn't there, bro.
To the naked eye.
To the naked eye. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we know we living in a world. This shit is shared. This shit is shared. It's already another world underwater. Why wouldn't there be a, you know what I'm saying?
And they were having a meeting in Congress. I forgot what the guy's name is. I think it's Thomas something, but I don't remember. You could look it up. And this was on September 27th of last year. They were having a meeting in Congress talking about putting the CEO, you know, the virus that happened a few years ago. Can't say it apparently, I guess. That, you know, the new jabberoo that they have. They're trying to put that in lettuce.
Which is crazy.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Said tomato too, but
that's wild.
And so the people who haven't taken a jabberoo can be immune when they eat the lettuce. But then you can also, if you eat too much, if they put that in there, they gotta get the right dosage or whatever because you could OD.
You go OD off lettuce. Now think about that. The reason why I'm not too afraid of that is I believe in consent.
But the guy said he wasn't with it. He was fighting against it, but that was in September last year. I don't know what has happened since then.
But like I said, I believe in consent. So it's consent. The reason why they were going so hard to try to sensationalize.
They could take that away though. All
The
they have to do
Jabberoo?
is pass a bill. Consent. All they have to do is pass a bill.
Check this out.
And say that
no, they
these
can't.
are required to
no, they
live
can't.
in.
And let me tell you why they can't do that. It's because then it goes into a spiritual war. The day they say, look, you have no more consent, then the devil won. Literally, because then what we gonna do if we don't have no more consent?
But I'm saying they can do that. They have.
I'm just saying the day they do that is gonna be the end of the world. There's no they
I
could
didn't
just
say but they can still do
Yeah,
it. Whether it's gonna
100%.
be the end or what's gonna happen, they have the power to change the law and be like,
100%.
in order to live in this, or you're gonna be locked up or something, you have to take this and have a list of different jabberoos that you have to take.
But this is what I'm saying. At what point does people just say, no, we don't? There's more of us than there is of them. So
we don't know who all they are.
But that's what I'm saying. We do because
we know the faces that we see on television.
No. We know the faces that we elect in these elections.
Yeah, but
now, listen. If consent is the problem, right? And we're saying, okay, the majority of the people don't want to consent to this. There's going to be a lot of pushback towards, hey, we're not going to do this. And that's what we need. That's the problem. There is no pushback at a lot of these laws. We are more afraid of our government, and the government is supposed to be us. They're supposed to revolve around us. They work for us. You see what I'm saying? They don't get any money unless we give it to them. They don't get any taxes unless we give it to them. They don't go to any wars unless we provide bodies for them. So at what point do we say, you know what, we're not dealing with this? But people are afraid. People are used to.
They don't take
people are used to.
And let that junk build up when you don't do your taxes, and they're gonna arrest you.
Exactly.
So
but if everybody doesn't do their taxes, are they gonna arrest you? No.
And once it gets to a certain point, they start checking. I mean, even before that, they'll, keep requesting. But once it gets to a certain amount,
they can't lock up everybody. At the end of the day, there's just way more people in this world. But people are divided, and that's why they divide people. Hey, you don't like this person because this person is white. Hey, you don't like this person because this person is black. Hey, you don't like this person. So how could we all come together? Why do you think they killed Fred Hampton?
Who's that?
Fred Hampton was for the Black Power, and you know what I mean. He had the movie out. What was it? The Black Messiah with Keith. What's the name? Stanfield, and he was in there. And he was Lakeith, and he was the bad guy and shit.
That name is so ghetto.
Yeah, he is. But fucking, he's a good actor, but he's wild.
I like it.
But
know the name. Why it gotta be Lucky?
Oh yeah, I mean,
just
black
Keith.
Keith could be a white man. I know some white people named Keith.
They had to make you know.
You know what I mean? Love Keith, nigga. But yeah.
Not Keisha, love Keisha.
That's hilarious. What we talking about? The Black Messiah movie, right? So in the Black Messiah movie, they killed Fred Hampton not because he was uniting the black people and blood. He was uniting, and they did this in the movie, and that's why I love the way they did this movie because they portrayed it how it really was. He was getting the Mexicans on his side. He was getting the Native Americans on his side. He was getting Puerto Rico, the Latinos on his side. He was getting white people on his side. They was like, oh no, that's too much. As soon as you start uniting the people, they kill you. Martin Luther King. When Martin Luther King was out, they let him rock. Yeah, we don't like you, we're gonna lock you up, but you know what I mean? We'll let you rock. As soon as he started saying, you know what? Maybe this segregation shit isn't all
Fight the power.
Isn't all that I thought it was. Maybe this dream of mine is a little bit, you know what I mean? As soon as he started talking like that, they offed him. They offed him. Everybody in history, if you anytime they're trying to unite everybody, they kill them. I even think they killed Bob. Or they unalive Bob, my bad. I even think they unalive Bob, bro. Real talk. And why? Because he was uniting the people. And they don't talk about that in the movie. That's why that pissed me off.
I think
They just was like, oh, it's all love.
That the government has unalive because they're
100%.
talking too much.
Look at the Ryan Garcia shit, the boxer that's about to fight, and he was on TikTok like, yo, Bohemian Grove is real, and niggas really unalive or molesting kids, or, you know what I'm saying? Yo, all of this shit, I don't think he would just say that shit, especially if he knows that they can really unalive his family or do something to his family. I don't think he's just gonna be out there just, oh, I was
that's
just
one of the reasons that you shouldn't say that.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, he said clearly he didn't give a fuck. He was like, I don't care. I'm with God. God's gonna protect me and all of this shit. And Andrew Tate was the one that's like, yo, bro.
He's gonna protect you after you
die. Exactly. He might protect your spirit, but all this flesh shit belongs to, it belongs to something else.
So it's still not smart. They be saying that like, he's gonna come up out
revolution isn't smart, but it's necessary. It's not smart to go against your oppressors, especially if you don't have the camaraderie or the, the backing. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done. You have to inspire somebody to do it, even if you're not going to do it yourself. Even if you're not going to be here to do it yourself. You have to be that inspiration. That's what Smiley was talking about. It don't matter if, the intricacies. At the end of the day, fact is fact, and right is right, and wrong is wrong. So, there's a lot of repercussions for being right. But, you got to be brave enough to be right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people not going to be brave enough to be right. And that is smart because they will unalive you.
Heavy is the head that
You
wears the crown.
But what matters more, the message or your personal safety? And that's what's real. But what was you saying about Tindercat?
Oh yeah, so
you saying about your little
focus? Like, I can't believe this shit.
What? Oh, you heard about it?
No.
Oh, you talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I feel you on that. You want to talk about it? Fuck it.
No.
Oh, I understand. You gotta let that shit go.
Well, I do want to talk about. I did want to talk about another topic. What do you think about getting insurance for your children?
I mean, in this country, I don't think you should have insurance. I think you should literally put money away for your kid.
Either one, yeah.
But insurance these days, I feel like we're
That's
this close.
what it is,
Just like what he was talking about with the shit that she was just speaking on. I feel like this country is this close from passing a law. You know what I'm saying? This close from passing a law that lets me know.
Get away with so much. The number 3 leading cause of death of unaliving in the U.S. is modern medicine.
I believe it. And that's
they
why
give you all this. Recently, this little girl just unalived. She had cancer, but she was it went away. But they was like, just finish the next round of the chemo, just to finish, so you could get the end of it. But she was already done. Yeah. And then that's ultimately what ended up happening. And they said it was clear. It wasn't in her system. So why would you continue to give it? I would have been like, no. If you said she's good, then what are you giving her more? Just to get rid of it so you could finish this last batch? Like, that sounds crazy.
Or what if?
Or not even.
What if?
Because they have so many side effects. And that's why they get sick and lose their hair and stuff from cancer. Not because of the illness, it's because of the drugs. That has worse effects than the ailment.
Check this out. What if she wasn't unalived? What if the doctors told her she was unalived to put her ass in Bohemian Grove? This is the country we live in.
They put her in a temporary coma.
This is the country we live in.
They induced the coma.
This is the country we live in. You know how much the black market will pay top dollar to have somebody who survived cancer? Who survived cancer, and then they was like, oh, okay, we're going to act like she caught this shit again and she passed. Yo, this little girl survived cancer. Her blood must be different. She must be on some different
they say
shit.
she caught it again. She died from. I mean, she
died from the chemo. That's what I'm saying. Her blood must be different because she got rid of the cancer.
She stopped breathing, or she went into shock, or something happened, and then.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, they allegedly, like, yo, I don't believe nothing no more. Like, I just don't believe that these motherfuckers are just dying off of. I do believe that they're killing us, 100%. But they're never gonna say that. They don't even say modern medicine is based off of the witchcraft that motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They don't even talk about that. It's like, yo, I think we was talking about it in one of the symbols. We said, why the fuck does the ambulance have a staff with a motherfucking snake going around that? That's an alchemic symbol. Why would you use that symbol to represent modern medicine if that isn't witchcraft? It's directly witchcraft. That's like putting the Baphomet on your shit.
There's a lot of symbolism and stuff, and all everywhere, buildings and stuff, and
100%. We was talking about that too with the Tartarians and shit. Mm-hmm. I didn't know when they put established in or found when they put on a building founded in this date. That means they found it. They didn't build it. They'll reconstruct it, but they didn't. It was there before they got there.
Yeah, they just
if it's founded,
with a name
if it's established, that means it was built. But if it was founded, they just built around that shit. And I didn't know that. I thought all the buildings that said, founded, they just, built this shit. And they, you know what I mean? I didn't know. This shit, it's a weird world that we live in.
A lot of
yo, you know what I used to think? You know what
there's a lot of things that they go to school and they're not allowed to disclose with the patient. Mm-hmm. Like, and then they know that, these drugs, sometimes they don't even tell, unless you ask them what you're giving me and like what are the side effects, or and they'll ask you, are you allergic? They have to make sure you're not allergic to certain things or whatever. But if you don't ask them, they don't tell you. And then when you do ask them, it's like they don't really, they'll tell you because but it's like they don't want to.
They said
there's certain things that they're supposed to do. And
they ain't say the C19. What's in that?
This doctor said he quit because
because he knows that they're jerking to people. 100%.
It's just for money.
But that's
because if people are not sick anymore, and then there's no use for them. It's not going to be at the same level. If people only go once a year and everybody
don't go. Our bodies are made to heal ourselves. I don't know if y'all watched this Cat Williams shit, but he was talking about it. He was like, you know how he knows that there's a God? Because every ailment, every sickness that we have, there is a herb or there is a cure for that shit. That you could just, as long as you find it, there is the cure to it.
Video game.
That's what I'm saying. It's something was crafted. It can't be just random. Something was crafted meticulously to make sure, like, yo, if you get sick, this is what you do naturally. You can take the unnatural way, but you're probably gonna die. And this shit is the world we living in. I don't even think we need the buildings to see that the veil is already coming down. We're already seeing weird shit. Bro, I seen a lady in my fucking room the other day. I seen dead ass. I seen a lady in my fucking room. I was asleep.
Like?
All right, so basically, I think I told Smiley this story, but basically, I was on TikTok. It was late at night, and I was watching.
Oh, because you watched that video.
Yep, of that lady, and then it was that situation. Then there was another situation where recently, this time I wasn't scared. I just happened to open my eye, and I was smoking too. So I just happened to open my eyes, and I'm looking up, and I thought it was a cloud, but it wasn't a fucking cloud. It was like, I don't know. It was like it looked like a plant, but it was made out of smoke, and it was like with tentacles. It was crazy. It was just floating in the fucking sky. And then I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, am I really seeing this? I blinked and it was gone. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if I'm getting more in tune with what's around us, but
they said the
veil is coming down.
Demons, and when the stars fall, that's when the world's gonna end.
Stars aren't demons. I think stars are angels for sure. And I think that, but we learned that shit in The Lion King. He was like, all the stars are kings that, you know what I mean? I was like, if they're dead kings, then they're fucking spirits. And if they're fucking spirits, they're probably angels. So, I don't know. And if they fall, they already fall because the fallen angels are down here.
But that was the devil. That's demon.
Exactly.
So that's...
Exactly.
And because it don't make sense. They said the stars be falling and stuff. Then where are they going? They still up there. I don't know. Like, it's all crazy.
That would be wild if every fallen star was just an angel that turned into demon coming down to earth. That would be wild.
They said when that happened, that's going to be the end of the world.
But it's already happened. How many fallen stars have we seen? We've seen fallen stars. We've seen fallen stars.
In our time?
Yeah, we have. Have you ever looked up and seen a fallen star? Oh, it's or a shooting star.
No, I.
A shooting star is a fallen star, y'all.
Okay.
I've seen shooting stars, and I know them shits.
I ain't never seen that.
You ain't never look up and see a light just go like that?
I don't think that'd be happening.
It's real.
Oh,
no. Yeah. It doesn't happen often. Because you got to think about it. It's like...
Or it might depend
on a million miles away.
You are, too.
Yeah, true.
Like, everybody probably wouldn't be able to see it.
Or what if the only people that can see it relates to the angel that is fallen?
I be looking up at the sky sometime and I be like, let me stop looking up there because it looks scary sometimes.
And you know what's
like you don't know what's up there. Like in
you
that
think it's like gonna come down and be
like cause I think I be watching too much stuff.
I believe in the firmament.
Like I don't even want to look. And then people be posting videos of the sky and they done seen lights and stuff in there and they don't know what it is. It's not like an airplane or no type of nothing that you could describe. Like, and I'm like, let me stop looking up there because I don't want to see it. If it's gonna happen, just get it over with.
I think we're protected. I don't think we're gonna see any destruction of the earth until the majority of the earth is like how it was during the flood time. I think the reason why the flood was real was because there was too much evil on the earth, bro. It was just way too much. And I feel like Armageddon is when, like an Etch-a-Sketch, like when shit get too heavy, you scratch that shit out and you start again. And I think every periodic, there's just end of humans, ice age, come back, end of humans, ice age, come back, and it revolves like that. And I think we might be getting close to our time. We could be. I don't know. But I think that's what the Bible is really describing.
I want to get my powers and evolve to and go to another dimension.
I mean, you might get that opportunity, to be honest with you. But then you don't want to hop on the wrong ship and then be like, oh yeah, well, yeah, we are the demons that, remember you was talking about the demons? That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to, you know what I mean? You don't want to just hop with the wrong aliens and shit. Because the Greys is not y'all friends, man. Y'all ever seen a Grey smile? Exactly. Y'all ever seen a Grey? Yo, I'm telling you, though, got no emotion. I believe they look like ants because they act like ants. Ants don't give a fuck. They're worker ants. They're just going to be worker ants for the rest of their life. And that's what the fuck they were made to do. And I feel like the Greys are just like that. I think they're a worker and they have a job to do and they just got to do their job. They can't reproduce or anything like that.
Who are the Greys?
The Grey aliens. The aliens that we think of is gray aliens. When you think of aliens, you think of gray aliens. Why do you think of gray aliens?
With that oval weird
the
slanted eyes.
Yep. Why do we think of that? Because those...
That's what they depict in the media.
Exactly. And I don't think they...
That's probably not even what they look like.
Nah, I do believe in Greys. But I believe the Greys are controlled by...
Well, I don't want to see the gray or the blue or the green.
I want to see a good alien. I feel like good aliens are angels. So I would love to see an angel. For sure.
So an angel is an alien too?
100%. Because it's not from this world. So it's definitely an alien. 100%. God is an alien. For sure. He's not from this world. I guess you could say he is because we're here and we're from this world. But his management. I don't know. But I think we're aliens. Shit. I think white tea people are aliens.
Celestial
for
beings.
sure. what you think, Smiley?
I just like saying that. We're
I think
celestial beings.
I think we're an enigma. Like our whole makeup, our biological makeup. There's new discoveries being made every day about our anatomy, our biology, all the time. So when you think about humans, we're a beautiful specimen. We're a great species. Our evolution mentally, our mental evolution, as well as our ability to create. And everybody has that ability to create, which is a beautiful thing about being a human being.
100%. Do you believe that we were made to be servants, or do you believe that we were made to be whatever we wanted to?
I don't know what our original purpose is, but I think we've grown to serve each other, and that's what made us survive, by serving each other.
That's solid.
The bartering system is what we started with, and then we branched off of that, and then we got into like capitalism and shit
the
like
further we get away from serving each other is the further we get away from mankind.
We need each other. Our strength is together. It's kind of like this Marvel character. It's a female. She's like part of a Native American tribe or something, and they have this ability together. They become this powerful force together and make this like magnificent blue light or some shit.
It's like the Power Rangers. Come together, make the Megazord.
They create. They each bring something different, but together they're more powerful than ever, yo. Captain Planet type shit.
Real shit. I believe that, and that's why they hide the truth in them cartoons, and that's why them cartoons. Y'all notice these cartoons not shit no more.
Yeah.
These cartoons have no messages. They just wild, cooked up.
Not the right one.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been watching these retro tunes, yo. They've been funny as hell, yo.
This shit is crazy. Yeah, it's funny. It's
commercials and shit.
It's just goofy. Even these commercials, like yo, what's going on with?
Your brain's gonna ooze out your ear or something if you watch it. Like it just be some high ass shit and not just high on the weed. Some
real shit.
High.
It's crazy. I'm scared to wear fucking I was telling Smiley the other day I'm scared to wear the AirPods. Cause I feel like them AirPods is giving you cancer, giving you all type of shit.
And then they keep making new ones. Now they got something that you can put in. They're waterproof.
It's
you can wear them
good.
in the shower.
It's like, yo, why would you just keep that shit in your ear all day and not think that it's gonna do some shit? It's like, yo,
nah. Sometimes I do be getting a headache.
Me too. And that's why I stopped using the shits. I'm like, yo, if I go back to them wire joints. I'm like,
yeah, that's why
I can't.
Because sometimes when I be working, I be having my AirPod in my ear listening to music, but I be taking it out because
fucking with your equilibrium and shit. Like, and your body know. Your body is telling you, yeah, get this shit out your head, because that's why you get the headache. That's what you get the headache, and that's why I'm like, yo, this can't just be some old coinky dink shit. Like, if your body is telling you, hey, don't put this shit in your ears because we're going to get a headache, or, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? These are your body's triggers to survival. And I just think that took a lot of time and patience to do that. To be like, oh, okay, so if you're hungry, your stomach hurt. If you got a shit, then you got to get to a toilet and defecate and get all the waste out. You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta eat the right thing to nourish the body to be healthy. If you eat the wrong things,
so that you can go to the bathroom. Right?
Exactly. It's like everything has a place and a reason. So why would God just be not existent? Why would this shit just be a coincidence? Like, everything has a reason, everything has a purpose, everything has an answer to it, even if you don't know it. So it's like, yo, you have to believe that there's an answer before you even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to believe, like, yo, there's the light at the end of the tunnel before you start walking, or else you're going to get lost in the sauce.
You talk about you seeing people. I don't want to see nobody.
But that's consent. I believe that you saying that confirms it. I've always said I would want to see some things, but I don't want to be scared. And the second encounter was exactly that. The first encounter,
I feel like I will be scared.
The first encounter, I was wrong because I was seeking entertainment from some demonic shit. Like the lady, she was a voodoo priestess, and you know what I mean. Nick Cage wanted to be buried next to her, and all this wild shit. You see what I'm saying? I was naively being entertained by, oh, this is cool. What is this? Oh shit, it's, you know what I mean, late as fuck. And then as soon as her ass came and checked me, I'm like, nigga, you want to know about me, nigga? No, I don't want to know about you, lady. I'm sorry. I don't want to see you again.
An American Horror Story, there was a on the witches one, Papa Legba is a real is a demon in voodoo.
We got 15 minutes because I get you on by 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And they said that things happen to people on the set. Gabourey Sidibe, she said he was things. What I forgot exactly what she said happened, but like some scary thing. And she was like, "I'm not. I don't want to play with."
Yeah, playing with.
But I mean, she still filmed that season.
Yeah, because she wanted that bread, but then she started seeing shit at home and it was like, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it, yo. Because, yo, as soon as you start seeing shit in your normal life, then you start questioning. Even if you weren't, hey, I don't believe in all these ghosts and shit. When you see that shit in real life, you might change your tune.
Crazy too on the thing.
Any depiction of a demon look crazy to me.
No, because
they're trying to scare you. They're trying to trigger you. I've never seen a attractive demon unless it was like the devil in disguise.
Yeah, the devil always be when he in his human form. He be
talk that shit.
There was a show called Lucifer.
Yeah, I hated that show.
He was like a playboy and everything.
People be doing crazy stuff.
I heard Lucifer isn't Satan though. I heard Lucifer was actually a person that died like back in the days, like around Jesus' times, I guess. But then they started saying that he was Satan and shit. Cause all the angels, they were L something. Like Michael. Oh, that's wild. What is that? Papa Shango? What is that? That's the demon?
Yeah.
And I look like, I don't like that. I get the same vibes of uneasiness when I seen that lady is the same vibes I'm getting from that nigga. That's why I don't play with certain shows. That's why I stopped watching American Horror, because them niggas was starting to like, at first it was entertainment, but now you could start, you know that they're telling some truths and they're trying to hide it in entertainment. And once you start doing that, that's when curses and shit start happening. And they say you
better stop because they don't like, because it's not even bad. He's not even a bad deity in voodoo or whatever, but when other voodoo is for Africans, it's for black people. Like, so they don't want other coaches. I've seen somebody was like, this lady died. She was conjuring up Papa, but he got evil or he used his evil side because they don't like, it's not supposed to be for that. She was trying to do something. It was a white lady and she was trying to put a spell or do something, do voodoo on this black dude, I think, or somebody, and they were black, and she ended up getting killed.
That's a good story, because it shows that, hey, even if you're gonna try to use this against us, it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? That's actually a good story. because the stories I hear are like, I remember this one dude, he was from Malaysia, and he was like, out there in Malaysia, it's like voodoo is real. Like they believe in that shit. It's not called voodoo, but it's called like dark magic, black magic, and shit like that. And fucking, he was like, he had this one homeboy, and he was messing with this girl, and he broke up with the girl, and he, he didn't really care. He probably had another female or whatever. And that girl went to the witch, the local witch in the community, and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put a hex on this motherfucker. He did me dirty." She paid the price, whatever that price was, and he was like, when he see him after this. Now, mind you, he didn't know at the time that the girl went to the witch.
Is this Eve's Bayou?
Nah, this is a real story from my nigga Manan. This nigga, I used to work with him in Dooney and Burke.
Cause that's Eve's Bayou story.
I used to work with this man.
That movie?
Yeah.
I don't even see. I haven't. Maybe he used to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that whole joint is Eve's Bayou.
I mean, it happens. It happens.
Wait, what'd you say?
But basically, this dude, he said the dude's health started deteriorating. And he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you was just healthy like a couple days ago. Like, what happened?" He was like, "I don't know. I think Shorty might have did something to me. I don't feel right. I haven't been, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't been eating. I don't know. Like, it just happened all of a sudden." So he was like, "Yo, you need to go to like a witch doctor, see if they could get
go to a witch doctor.
A witch doctor. No,
doctor?
because he went to regular doctors and they didn't. Nothing was wrong with him. So he was like, "Yo, you need to go to a witch doctor because it looked like they put a curse. She put a curse on you." So he goes to the witch doctor, and the witch doctor basically.
Whoever got my voodoo doll, give it a hug.
That's hilarious.
Yo.
But long story short, the nigga ended up passing. And he was like, the witch basically was the witch doctor basically said the other witch that put this spell on him was stronger than she was. So you either have to go to her or a witch that is stronger than her. And he ain't know no other witches.
It was like drag me to hell.
So he he passed. And
that happened in Eve's Bayou. She put a spell on him.
Eve's Bayou was
That was with Megan Good and.
Yeah, Megan Good was a little girl. Yeah, they was both little girls. The father was Samuel L. Jackson, and the mother was the lady from
Alfre Woodard.
Nah.
Lynn Whitfield.
Is that the lady from
I don't know.
I don't remember. I
Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, it was her.
Okay.
It was her.
I don't remember what happened though. I know who was in it. But.
Anyway, Samuel L. Jackson was cheating, and the daughter had said to the other sister that Daddy had did something to her.
I was about to say.
So she felt but he didn't. But she didn't.
He didn't do it.
No, he didn't. She just said that, and her sister thought that and went to the local witch. Told the local witch that she wanted somebody to do something. She had to get a piece of the hair and all this other shit. And then she got it, and then she did it, and then she was like, "I don't want it to happen." And
what? That's really what happened in that movie?
Yeah, and then the dude, the dude that played and Do the Right Thing, he was like, my name is Smiley. Yeah. That dude. Well, anyway, this dude.
Gunman.
No, not him.
Gunman?
Nah, like the light skinned dude. But anyway, he got mad because Samuel L. Jackson was smashing his wife, and he shot him. And she was like mad because she thought it was the curse.
But it wasn't. Had nothing.
I mean,
was it? Did it make it seem like it was?
He got shot right after.
It was a horror movie. A thriller. Really. A thriller. I did not know that that's what that movie.
Yeah, I just took a chance and watched it, and that's what I gathered.
Like I seen bits and pieces of it. I don't remember. what happened. I know.
Yeah.
I remember.
Samuel L. Jackson was just a womanizer. Like, he was just, you know.
Got for that shit.
Yeah.
Sound like a
So
Tyler
what she
Perry
was saying,
movie.
like, oh, it's my fault. It's all my fault or something.
Right, yeah.
Good. Die with that grief. Motherfucker, stop playing with these spirits now.
Right.
Right.
Somebody said, I seen a story on YouTube, they went on the dark web because their boss had cursed them out at work. They worked at a fast food place, and she went off on him. Like, she was we were belittling and stuff or whatever. And then he was mad. He went home and went on the dark web. He didn't really mean it. He was just mad.
But love
He
it
went
crazy,
up there
too.
and,
Yeah, I had that
and
shit.
paid for some to put a hit out on her, but he didn't think it was real, or he was just mad and he just did it in the moment. So then he went back to work the next day and she apologized. She was like, I'm so sorry for how I talked to you. I'm going through this and that or whatever. I had no right to talk to you like that. It will never happen again.
Yeah.
And
What you, matter of fact, what you want? This is the TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
it will never happen again. I don't even remember what was I saying?
We talk about a movie, and
About what he was by you.
no, it was a different movie.
After that, I said
What movie we talk about? Another movie that was like Used by You, and you was given a whole description. And what the fuck was she saying, bro? Oh, my bad. My high ass is focusing on this book. Two. Appreciate you, dog. We gotta skedaddle pretty soon, too.
Yeah,
I mean, we gotta leave at 9 or
Well, nah, I gotta pick her up.
at 9. Alright, so we gotta leave earlier than 9. It was cooking this episode, too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Every Sunday. Yo, we got a show. You got a show.
Oh, yeah.
Arson.
Definitely March 22nd. I forgot where it is. I know it's in Hampton somewhere.
Yeah.
But
So around.
Arson will be in the building.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely around, yo.
It's gonna be a movie. Smoke weed every day.
Let's get lifted. 30 is the new 20, yo. Great episode. We gonna hit you, man. We
like,
around.
share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Oh,
Yeah, all that. We here.